Did you know that Adidas and Pumas, hey beautiful people, how you guys all doing today? I'm super excited to have you guys here. How are you doing? How's your family? How's work? How's everything? I trust you are doing well. All right, thank you again for coming. I want to thank everyone who has been part of this journey so far, just supporting, liking. I want to appreciate you guys. May God bless you real good. Okay, thank you. Today we're going to be talking about something that I titled The Tale of Siblings. I've actually done this before, but I felt like I wanted us to do it again, just to touch on it again, because some of us might need to just do some little amends. Is that fine? Okay, let's get right into it. So The Tale of Siblings. Let me start by saying that God gives us the opportunities to make different choices in our lives, like who to marry, what job to choose. But when it comes to like the family that you belong to, God didn't give you the opportunity to make that choice. And what that translates to me is that there's so much power in family that God would not leave the choice to you, because you probably will make a mess of it. Does that I'm going to be giving you two stories that are very interesting to me. One is like the positive one, and one is like the very good one. Okay, now let's talk about the Wright brothers. The Wright brothers were the ones that created the first ever flown aircraft in the world. Now, when I was reading their story, it was very interesting to me, because Wilbur, which is who was the elder one, was actually going to give up because he kept creating prototypes that were not working, but Obi Wright was like, no, we're going with it like all the way, and boom, these guys created the first ever aircraft. Now let's talk about the other story. Did you know that Adidas and Puma was actually started by two brothers who later split to form those two companies? Yes, they were German brothers. They had just come back from the World War One, and things were looking gloomy. So they started the shoe company. They started it in their mom's laundry room, and they were making so much shoes that even one of the greatest athletes wore at some point. Okay, these guys were doing very well. Anyways, they got married, and when they got married, their wives started having like issues, and then that's how the rivalry started. The rivalry was so bad that these guys had to split the company. And when they went their ways, the people in the town where they actually lived now started taking sides between Adidas and Puma. As a matter of fact, the town was called what you would call a town of bent necks, because people actually would look at your shoe before they actually like make contact with you, just because some people were on the side of Adidas and some people were on the side of Puma. It got so bad that people who were on the side of Adidas would not get married to people who were on the side of Puma. Imagine destinies that would have been married just because of two brothers. Anyways, another interesting thing that I also heard is that if you wore like an Adidas shoe to the Puma industry, to go say hello or something, and they saw you with an Adidas shoe, they would take the Adidas shoe from you and throw it away and give you a brand new Puma sneakers. In that case, I'll just wear my old shoe and just go there and go and say hello to get a new sneakers. Anyway, it was actually that bad. So the interesting thing though that caught my attention in this entire story, that actually kind of just drove the point that I'm trying to bring home right now, is the fact that when these guys were quarreling, when they were having this rivalry, when they were focusing on their weakness, Nike came on board. Nike started to see the fault in their shoes and came on board and started to produce nice shoes, and then just took over the market from these two brothers. Until today, we know that Nike still has the highest share of athlete shoe in the world. It has about 21 point something percent, compared to Adidas and Puma. And I'm sure that as you listen to these stories, you're beginning to understand where I'm coming from. The power of sibling is so intense that God will have you drive it in the right direction. God does not want you to drive that power in a wrong direction of rivalry. He wants you to drive it in a direction of love that will bring his glory on earth. All right, let me talk about 3 things that you owe your siblings, that I believe you owe your sibling. The first thing that you owe your sibling support. And when I talk about support, I'm talking about well-rounded support. You owe your sibling, you owe your sibling support. You owe your sibling emotional support, financial support. Let me stop here and share a little story with you guys. I remember when I was in school, in college or university, as you may whichever one suits you. I used to run out of money so fast. I used to literally run out of money before the month ended, and my sister was always coming to my rescue. I'm a better money manager now, but yeah, she was literally before the end of the month, my money is out, and I'll go to her and then she'll just be there for me, and which was really good. but we owe our siblings financial support. Like if one person is down, the other person is supposed to leave the other person. You don't leave your sibling, to just, you don't just leave your sibling in the kind of in the financial state that they are, when you know that you are in a position to actually help them out. All right, you owe your siblings spiritual support. We owe our siblings prayer. I believe that one of the greatest gifts that we can give to our sibling is just continuously praying for them. I believe that prayer is one of the greatest support that we can give to our sibling, just because when you pray for your sibling, you generate so much power that can be effective in their lives. Okay, now the second thing that you owe your sibling is forgiveness. Oh my God, this is so powerful. Some of us are in a place right now, you're not talking with your sibling, you are celebrating them on social media, but inside you guys are having it deep. You have to make amends, because there's so much you can be doing other than just keeping malice with your sibling. I remember a couple years ago, myself and my elder sister, we were actually like in a fight, and it got so bad that we stopped talking to each other for a while, and it started to bother me, and I literally had to go apologize. I had to go ask for her forgiveness, and thank God that everything worked out well. So we owe our siblings forgiveness. If there's anything that you feel like your sibling has done to you that you're not happy about, you need to tell them and let them know. And if there's anything and if they have come to you for forgiveness, you owe them that forgiveness. Okay, yes, let's go to the final thing. The final thing that you owe your sibling, you owe your sibling love. And when I talk about love, I'm not just talking about like you literally have to outdo each other in love. You owe your sibling love. Each of our siblings, for me, for instance, I have three sisters, and I have three sisters and a brother, and each of them have very, very different love languages. And I had to realize that, because when I do something for this person, I want to do the same thing for that other person and get the same reaction, but it was never happening. And then I used to feel discouraged. But what you can do is to master the love languages of your sibling. Know what this person likes, know what the other person likes, and respond to their needs. You see, let me conclude by saying that when we live in harmony and peace with our siblings as single people, it will translate to our marriage. Some of us are saying things like, oh, you've not met my sister, she's terrible, or you've not met my brother, he's terrible. But the truth is that that person that you're thinking is very terrible has some strengths that if you decide to harness, you guys can do great things together. And our relationship with our siblings will definitely influence the relationship that we have in marriage. I know that for sure. So I want to encourage you, if you need to send an email, if you need to send a message, if you need to just go ask for forgiveness, go do it, because there's so much power in in family, and God is just waiting for you to start to harness those strengths and make the best out of it. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'm super excited to be doing this. Thank you for coming on the Whole Beach channel again, and I hope that we'll be having more beautiful family relationship and be doing greater things with our lives. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you again. Bye bye.